Have you ever felt like you're moving, but not really getting anywhere? You work hard, you consume the books, the podcasts, the advice, yet months turn into years and your life remains exactly the same. Meanwhile, others accelerate. Their careers grow, their businesses thrive, and their confidence compounds. They seem to operate at a different speed. Most people blame a lack of motivation, intelligence, or luck. But the reality is simpler. You aren't stuck because of a lack of talent. You're stuck because your environment is blocking your feedback loops. The problem isn't you, it's the system. For a long time, I thought progress was about willpower. If something didn't work, I assumed I just needed more discipline. But I noticed a pattern. My fastest growth never happened when I was comfortable. It happened when I was forced to face reality. Reality provides data. Some of it is rewarding, some of it is brutal, but all of it is functional. I realized then that the comfort zone isn't dangerous because it's nice. It's dangerous because it is a feedback blocking mechanism. Let's define feedback. It is the information reality returns to you based on your actions. You launch a product and nobody buys. That's feedback. You upload a video and retention drops at 30 seconds. That's feedback. You initiate a difficult conversation and get a negative reaction. That's feedback. Reality is constantly teaching you, but the comfort zone is designed to ensure you never learn the lesson. From a systems perspective, the comfort zone is a stabilizing mechanism. Its purpose is to maintain predictability and reduce uncertainty. Whenever you attempt something new, your brain detects psychological danger, fear of failure, fear of judgment, or the fear of looking incompetent. When those feelings surface, you avoid the situation. The anxiety vanishes. You feel relief. Your brain registers that relief as a reward. This creates a self-reinforcing loop. Discomfort leads to avoidance, avoidance leads to relief. Relief reinforces the avoidance. Every cycle makes the comfort zone harder to break. The tragedy is that the same system protecting your comfort is actively sabotaging your growth. Growth requires feedback. Feedback requires adjustment. Without adjustment, there is no adaptation. Modern neuroscience confirms this. Your brain is wired for energy conservation. Familiar routines take less metabolic effort. But when you engage in difficult, unfamiliar tasks, you force the brain to build new neural pathways. This is why growth feels taxing. You are physically architecting a more capable version of yourself. Think of your brain like a city's power grid. When you only use familiar pathways, you are running a low-voltage system. It is stable, predictable, and requires very little maintenance. But it also has a hard ceiling on its capacity. When you introduce a stretch zone challenge, you are forcing the grid to upgrade its infrastructure. You are adding new substations, thicker wiring, and higher capacity. The taxing feeling you experience is simply the cost of the construction project happening inside your skull. This leads to the stretch zone. The goal isn't to live in a state of constant panic. It is to operate in the stretch zone. A state of challenge intense enough to force adaptation, but controlled enough to maintain function. To calibrate your stretch zone, apply the 70% rule. If you have a 100% chance of success, you are in the comfort zone and you are wasting time. If you have a 0% chance of success, you are in the panic zone and you are burning out. You want to aim for that 70% threshold, where the outcome is uncertain, the stakes are real, and the feedback is immediate. This is where confidence is actually built. The people moving faster than you aren't more talented. They are simply running shorter feedback loops. They act sooner. They gather information sooner. They correct their mistakes sooner. While others spend months avoiding failure, they spend months iterating through it. They treat failure not as an identity, but as a data point. If you want to apply this immediately, ask yourself one question. Where am I currently avoiding feedback? Are you hiding your work because you fear judgment? Are you avoiding a new skill because you don't want to look like a beginner? Are you staying silent in meetings because you don't want to be wrong? Whatever the answer, that is exactly where your next stage of growth is hidden. Stop asking, what is the perfect choice? Start asking, which choice provides the most useful feedback? The goal is no longer perfection, the goal is information. And information, much like capital, compounds. The faster you collect it, the faster you evolve. By shortening the time between your action and the resulting feedback, you effectively increase the velocity of your development. If you prefer systems over empty motivation, consider subscribing. We aren't trying to win for one day. We are building the frameworks to stay in the game long enough for compounding growth to do its work. Your systems determine your output. Start optimizing yours today.